It's that time again, it's Tip Tuesday. I'm Megan with Rocky Mountain Sewing and Vacuum, and I'm once again going to give you a tip about thread today. Here at Rocky Mountain Sewing and Vacuum, we have a bunch of these wonder-filled thread tamers, which are actually a fantastic addition to your sewing room. We've talked about thread before, and I'm sure you've used a thread stand before in your life. They are so nice, especially when you want to use like a serger thread in your normal sewing machine, or a large cone of thread to do your free motion quilting. What I love about these guys is that they give you tons of different options. So on the back of this thing, you've got 3 different pegs right here, but you've also got lots of different options to choose from. Usually, when we do something like this, if I take that off, I would put like my large spool of thread here. I can actually take that piece off completely. And I can take that, put it through the eye that's right here. And then I have it feeding vertically off of the spool of thread. Now, we do have this big long piece that's on top of that. Sometimes when you are trying to thread your machine with a funky thread, such as a monofilament thread, you want there to be a little bit more, I like to call it air, when it comes off of the spool of thread so that you have a little bit more give. There's the tip. So, what you can do is you can put your monofilament, feed it up through the top here. I'm doing it a little bit weird, but that's okay. And that will give it a little bit more air. You can even weave it in between these different holes there so that your thread doesn't tangle up and cause a big old knot to go through your machine. It helps it run through a little bit smoother, which you can also use that for metallic threads. If you've ever watched any of our videos or seen any of the projects that I make, I am obsessed with metallic thread. Anything to make that metallic thread life easier, I'm gonna go for. Which, of course, metallic needles are a big one, but also being able to unspool the thread the proper way is the best. So, on a lot of metallic threads, they're going to be cross-wound. This one here is going to be straight-wound, which usually means when it comes off the spool of thread, you want it to be more like that. The Thread Tamer has this extra little piece that slides onto it, and then there's a little thing that I can feed onto my straight-wound spool. I can slide it on like this, and then I can send the metallic thread through the Thread Tamer. Come on. Fuzzy ends are never my friend. Also having plastic in the way. But then, once I have it in the right spot, as it feeds through the machine, it's going to come off that spool even smoother. So the Thread Tamers are nice because you can use all sorts of different threads on them. You can also use cording and feed it through the bottom holes down here so that you can use your 5-hole, 3-hole cording feet to make really cool couching effects. And it just makes the whole process run smoother. It makes those specialty threads work better in your machine, and it is just such a cool thing to do. If you have any questions, of course, come visit our Rocky Mountain Sewing and Vacuum stores. We do have these in stock. We had them in our holiday gift guide, and I just fell in love with them. I hope to see you guys next week on Next Tip Tuesday, and I hope that this trick for using those funky threads helps you a lot.